Hi, I'm Tawanda, and I'm a messenger of the gospel. I just wanted to share what the Lord just did for me today and to the impact that He had on the community out while we were on lunch outreach. Well, in the beginning, this afternoon when Chuck was praying, the Lord just showed me a vision of this guy like shaking, and it wasn't a guy, it was just somebody just shaking, and I was like. I hurried up and wrote it down and then wrote down the time, and I'm just like go out with my lunch outreach partner, and we were just praying on where to go, and the Lord just told us to go to Panera, and we went to Panera, and we just sat down by these this young lady and her daughter. They were going shopping at the mall, and we just talked with them for a little while, but I didn't feel that was the person that the Lord was just showing me who we supposed to really speak to. And so this one lady came by us, and I was sharing my testimony to Ashley, and the lady came by, and she just kind of like moved around, so it's because I really believe that she wanted to hear us talk, and I got louder, so she could hear me even more. And so I'm sharing my testimony, and the Lord just like He kind of like embarked on me like, this is the person that you're supposed to be ministering to me to. And so we were just like talking, and that's when Lisa and her friend came up. But me and Ashley were talking, and then I just kind of opened up the conversation with Jessie, and I just like asked her like, just asking her about her bean soup, like do they have any, just striking up a conversation, and she was just telling me what it had in it and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, okay, and I just kept looking over there at her, but she kind of like probably was peeking out the corner of her eye because she kind of felt me like scoping her, because she's like, after that I was just kind of like talking to her, and she was like, yeah, I kind of felt you like scoping me out, and I was like, oh, okay, and I was just sharing it, but she was just so receptive because she was just looking in my eyes, and she was just talking to me, and everybody was like around her and just talking and stuff, and she just like looking and stuff, and I just was kind of just speaking into her life, just like, well, I would tell her like, man, you have a gift, because she does. She have a gift. You can just see from the inside. You can see their heart. And I was just like talking to her and telling her that, and I just kind of was out bold with it, and I just asked her like, do she work, because I don't think she had cerebral palsy or anything like that, but I was just asking her, do you work with somebody that have them? And man, the Lord just like really opened up. She's like, she has a farm with horses, and I was like, horses, they like therapeutic, that's what I was telling her, because I watched the movies, and I was like, they're like therapeutic and stuff like that, and she's like, yeah. I was like, she's like, I actually do that, they have people coming to the horse farm, and we like do therapy, we have people with depression and things like that, and they have the shakes, and I was like, wow, Lord, that was it right then. I was like, shut up, really? So because I went awe too, how the Lord just like connected that together. And then she told us, she's like, she's a nurse too. She didn't say that before. She's a nurse, and she works for the Neo department. And I'm like, Neo department? That's from the brain, and they get the shakes too. And I was like, wow, that was awesome, the way the Lord just kind of brought that together. And I just felt like, the Lord just wanted to tell her that she has more, she can do more for him. She said she was a Christian. She, she has a relationship with the Lord, and she's a Lutheran church, but she's just telling us about her mom is Catholic, and her, her stepdad has kidney, liver cancer and stuff like that. And we just, pray for her, but just like really just packed her in. I was like, the Lord's going to use you to bring your stepdad to the Lord. And I just prayed for her, and I was like, had her, asked her, can I hold her hands? And I was praying for her. And wow, it's just like, I just felt the heat in her hand. I was just like, wow, that's awesome. I was like, man, that heat. She's like, yeah, I felt that heat. And it was just like so amazing how the Lord just used us inside the Panera, and I mean, just around everybody. And we just like asked, do she want, and when she had wanted prayer, she's like, I don't care if people see me, and she just received. But when she left, it was just so amazing how she just, that smile that she had on her face. It was just awesome. It was just like that she just got a whole new level of the Holy Spirit, and you felt like she had that before, but man, it was just a whole nother level. And I kind of told her I was like, well, you try to come to Messenger Boot Camp, because they're going to have it again, And it's like, you look on this, because we gave her a booklet and it has Trinity Works. I said, Trinity Works, you look up trinityworks.com and you will see all the stuff, see the testimonies and all that. And man, you ain't gonna want to miss it. Just come to, and just get the love of Christ, because he so want to use you so bad. And it was awesome.